guys, welcome back to our Season 2 of Surviving Java. Yep, and oh no, Steak and Noodles just blew up. He's not going to be happy. But nevertheless, we are here at our Octagon enclosure today because we are going to be adding the first exhibition to our zoo. And I've decided stupidly that the best one to fit within here is going to be the Ravager. And that's just because they're big, bulky, hostile, and I think 4 of them, named after the 4 raptors that they had in the Jurassic World film, will be a good sort of finishing point for this enclosure, considering that the whole paddock is built around it. And regarding the interior, I've done what I could do with it. Like, I've got these little enclosure things, so they've got like a little habitational sleeping area, and there's one on either side. I do need to come around and do some block swapping in the walls because they look very plain. Probably put some vines here, but as for foliage and trees, you can't really have them around Ravagers because once Ravagers aggro, they actually destroy logs and leaves. So I'm fairly sure all of these little bushes, I'm not too sure if these carpets are going to be destroyed, so I may actually have to attempt to do some tinkering with the interior after I've got the Ravagers in. But in order to get the Ravagers in, I am actually going to have to get some villagers over here, so that way we can trigger a raid. And in order to trigger a raid, we're going to need the Bad Omen effect, which is like, I think it's about 5,000 or 6,000 blocks away is the closest outpost, which means I'm going to have to do the whole flying back and forth just so I don't trigger it at any other villagers on the way through. But yeah, in order to do that, we are actually going to need villagers on tap, and I want villagers on tap in the jungle anyway, because we're going to need multiple raids for the 4 Ravagers, as well as the other hostile mobs from the raids that we're going to want at some point to fill out other exhibitions in our zoo. Not to mention, we're also going to need villagers in order to complete the entire set of hostile and passive mobs for the zoo project. And so having the villager breeder here is just another step closer in having that accomplished, really. Like, technically building the villager breeder and getting villagers in here will be the first attraction of the zoo, but this is going to be like a behind the scenes sort of deal. We're not going to have this open to the public in any way. Can you get lost? Oh my god, I could have swore that I broke that one. So what I'm going to do is this jungle temple, I'm just going to gut the interior and put a villager breeder in here. Like, it's already been opened and looted, and I can't see anyone else wanting to do anything with this because no one said anything about wanting to do anything with this. So yeah, what I'm going to do is clear this out, get villager breeder in place, get the villagers over. We have got a couple of villagers. We've got one, well, I know that Cy's got villagers, and I know that Sizzle, who's over to the west hand side of Cy, has a villager breeder. We've got a village over to the northeast, which is the closest village that I can see. So I may just run a rail track from Cy's villager breeder over to this jungle temple in order to get a couple of villagers over here. Yeah, which is more than likely what I'm going to do, rather than doing a over the top minecart track. Like, what's the equivalency of how many blocks that would be? So from there will be 32. Yeah, it's well over 1,000 blocks. But yeah, I'd rather go underground to size and pinch a couple of villagers that way. Let's get rid of these vines because they are the vein of my existence. Living in a jungle, I absolutely despise vines. I'm sick of them. They can just go away because they are just everywhere. So yeah, after I've got the villager breeder up and running, we're ready to move the villagers in place above the Octagon paddock and start having fun with that. I do believe that we're going to have Clowd and Cy joining us in attempting to get these Ravagers, and that is purely because we're going to have to deal with a couple of waves of the raid before Ravagers come. Having a couple more zoo hands to help out is definitely... Why have you not disappeared? Is it because this tree is still here? Is it because this tree is still a thing? Can you go away? Stop being a thing? Because the vines are annoying me. So yeah, let me do all of this and get all the prep work done, and once we're ready to have some fun with raids in the jungle, I will bring you back. So catch you back in a bit. Alright then guys, so we've managed to get the villager breeder up and running. We've pinched a couple of the villagers over from the basement at Cy's, transported them all the way over here. Cy's actually joined us today as well for the Ravager hunt, so we've got the breeder up and running. The babies will get born from... Hello Cy. The babies get born after they obviously share carrots, because that's how the birds and the bees work apparently, and then they run into the water stream, come over here to the collection chamber, and then we've linked the collection chamber over to a little glass cube over here, which we're going to be throwing a village ring with some beds to make this a central village point. And then we built some staircases on each of the cardinal directions, so then hopefully when the Ravagers come, they sort of work their way up the actual staircase. Now I've got to admit that I am not overly confident in this plan. That the pathfinding of the AI with the Ravagers is not going to be nearly as good as I'm hoping it's going to be. That they're just going to stumble their way inside. But yeah, what I now have to do is, after we get the villagers in and over here into the glass box and get the beds down, I'm also going to have to get some name tags named. And then I need to fly... where is it? Over to the outpost, which is in that direction. If we bring up our waypoints, it is 6,300 blocks away, so I need to fly all the way over there, mainly because I don't know if there's a shortcut in the Nether or not. Okay, did someone just die? Okay, Cy killed Cloud. Is that right? Yeah, we were shot by Cy. I was reading that wrong about 4 times. So yeah, I need to fly like 6,400 blocks out, get the bad omen infect, then fly all the way back over here and activate the raid here, and try my best to avoid the actual villager breeder that we've got set up over there, because it is pretty close, and I'm a little bit worried that the raid might beeline for this area, although I have tried my best to ensure that everything's sort of closed up and locked in, so that's not going to be an issue. But yeah, once I've got the bad omen and everything's in place and ready to yeah, that's not correct. Ready to go is what I wanted to say. I will bring you back once I've got that and we're about to activate the raid. And apparently we now have 2 clouds because one just wasn't enough. God, just no sleeping. Nope. Okay, yeah, I'll catch you back in a sec.
What about these, like, dirt things on the side?
The staircases that come up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping is going to allow the Ravagers just to wander in. That's the whole plan, is them dirt bridges.
Oh, good lord. How are you planning on capturing them? You still haven't explained that to me.
Once they're inside the inner walls, then technically they're caught. We just need to name tag them.
Oh, then hell no, I don't want this job. Cloud, want the job?
I thought you was a little bit eager about naming them.
I figured they would be contained.
Technically, they will be contained. I wasn't lying about that bit.
Yeah, you just neglected to mention that part of it.
Okay, well, I'm about 1,000 blocks out. Yeah, kill the guys on top. Especially if they're evokers. I'll have to try. Yeah, I'll have to try not to shoot the ones that are on top of them, because my crossbow's got piercing on, and it'll go through them and hit the Ravagers.
In fairness, the Ravagers aren't going to die very fast anyway.
Yeah, that's very true. Okay, there's a raid bar. To the west, it sounded like. Yeah.
Southwest. Southwest again. Ravager.
Okay, I was wondering what the fuck that is because my texture packet does not look like a Ravager.
Okay, we need to sleep.
Yeah, I can nick one of the villagers' bed. And just try killing all but the Ravager. If either of you got a boat in your pocket.
Nope. Grab one of the ones from the walkway.
Yeah, I'm just heading up that way now. I don't think it goes in boots.
Yeah, this is not working. Do you have sand? You could trap it in a corner.
I do not. Although it doesn't seem to be attacking me, so...
That's odd.
I think because he's not close enough to where the villagers are. Oh, he's making his way up the stairs. He got Cloud. Oh yeah, he's not happy. Did you manage to name tag him before you died, Cloud? Nope. Okay, let me try. Okay, he's name tagged. What's that sound? Oh, bumping me. Technically, I'd say he's cool. Getting him inside from there as well is going to be easy if I just punch a hole in the wall.
Probably. There's still one remaining. I don't see him though.
I wasn't sure if name tagging the Ravager was going to take it out of the...
Oh, yeah.
I do not have your food. I can give you some food. And to get him back onto the rail, you just need to put a water bucket behind him. There. Yeah, I'm on the other side. What? He came through on the minecart. Ow. I'm confused. Yeah, as soon as, well, it's either the raid's going to be over or the new wave will start once we go over there. Ow. Stop hitting me. Oh, this nearly killed me. Ow. Okay.
You started a raid when I was AFK?
It's continued.
Uh-huh.
As soon as the Ravager came through this side, I think it must have carried on.
So we need to break the bet or kill the villagers again, huh?
No, we've got to capture another Ravager.
But there's no more mobs coming. The raid bar is full, but there's nothing coming. Oh wait, Cloud, they're below us.
Oh my god, their fucking range is so far.
They're over here with me, Cloud.
Okay, I am back. And there's a Ravager.
Coming in from the west again.
Yeah. I want to see if I'm able to get the minecart and just get the Ravager and then take him into the Nether and continue the raid rather than going back and forth.
Right.
This one's got a witch as well. Whereabouts is he?
He is going east from me. He's real close to me, on the ground. See him?
Yeah.
There's a pillager with him. I wasn't shooting at him.
Ow. He does not like me. Yeah, I think the texture that I've got for them is biome specific.
Is it?
Yeah. Come back, come back. Ow, there goes the death totem.
How about you give us some too?
Yeah, I'm just going to put the shulker out. I've put like near enough all of my shulkers out on this fucking walkway already. Have you got that water bucket, Cloud? Thank you. This is so not going to go well for me, you know that. Okay. It went better than I thought. No. Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me.
What happened?
Breaking netherrack and the fucking lava started pouring from the ceiling.
Oh, Jesus.
This is really where I should have in my cart and hotbar. Ouch. Bounce back. Thank you. Ouch. Oh wow, he's nearly got me dead. Okay, you two ready? Because once I push him in the nether, it's going to activate the next one.
Okay.
Let me just heal up first. Fuck off. These textures are so
fucking evokers.
Okay, that one's in.
I was trying to hit the evoker.
Oh, that's fine. He's still ouch. Trying to see his health. But I'm getting chased by the other ones. Oh, crap. Oh, fuck off, X.
Get rid of the witch, because she heals them.
Yeah. Hoping my Pearson over go, which is down.
There's one in the center.
That's a fucking evoker. Someone's bows down here as well. And tools. Oh, I'm assuming that's where Cloud died. Okay. I've killed the guys that was down here. It's just the Vex that are currently humming.
Just, they'll despawn. They don't live for very long.
I've not got a raid bar anymore.
Yeah, me neither. But that's fine, because the Ravagers, we got the Ravager, so.
Yeah. Cloud, did you tag the final Ravager? There should be one in the minecart.
Yeah, there's one in a minecart. The other Ravager is dead.
What side is the minecart on? I'm getting so lost. Okay, it's over here to the west.
So is that it? Is that all 4?
Yeah, that's all 4. Oh god. So this one doesn't actually have to go into the nether.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I need to go. I've got stuff to do around the house.
Okay, thanks for the help, Cy.
Sure. Bye.
Bye. Okay. I'm fairly sure you had a few deaths there, Cloud. Just the 1 or 2. Okay, so what we want to do is bring these up a little bit higher and then in. Well, that's the price that you pay for not wearing any sort of reasonable armour. Yeah, there's no way that I was going to be able to do this without wearing some decent armour. Then Ravagers keep on battering me. I am going to need another activator rail. Alright then guys, so we've managed to get 4 Ravagers, although in the jungle biome the texture pack that I'm using turns them into these crazy leaf monster type deals, which in all fairness look pretty freaking cool, especially once we have them in the containment area. But yeah, they are Ravagers. Like, as soon as they go into the nether, we have got 3 others in the nether, and also in the... Oh, okay. He thinks that I won't be mean. Like, the texture that you get off some of the Ravagers inside the nether is just so he knows that I don't care about appearing like a dick, even if I am recording. But yeah, the textures that you get of the Ravagers inside are like these crazy redstone monster golem things, which I still think look pretty freaking cool. They hurt like hell, and I need to try figure out a way of getting these guys back onto rail and kicked back through the portal. So I'm gonna have to grab a activator rail over here, and then on the other side, as it goes through, it will sort of kick it out, as well as the minecart, just like this one's been doing. And I'm hoping that by well, there that one goes. Hoping by doing that we'll be able to have them just sort of funnel through a little bit easier without this guy hit me, please. Okay, so we are going to need to get another activator rail on this side. Yeah, so I'm going to sort of get all of these guys in place. Pray that when I do, none of them die. Otherwise, I'm going to have to redo the majority of this again. And oh my god, it's a nightmare. If you just look at the state that we've made the place, and I'm fairly sure that the majority of my shulkers I've had to take out. Yeah, so I've had to take out 9 of my shulkers just from different bits and pieces that needed doing as and when we were playing. I need to find where my other redstone shulker is, which I do believe is over here. But once we got these guys properly in the containment area, it's literally just now the finicky bit, running around and trying my best to do it without dying. You know, just because. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I guess I'll catch you back in a bit. Oh my god, guys, I really wish I had not finished recording when I did, because we ran into such troubles trying to get them out of the nether. 3 of them were perfectly fine. We managed to get them in there, no problem. But then we accidentally, well, by we, I mean I, accidentally got Delta suffocated in a wall in the nether. So then me and Cloud activated another raid over at the actual villager breeder, which is, I don't know, somewhere behind us somewhere. But yeah, we activated a raid there after trying to activate a raid here and realising that the 3 Ravagers we'd already moved into the pen was being counted towards the raid, because obviously they're raid creatures, and it wasn't actually going on to the next wave. So then we had to sort of kill the villagers that we then moved over here, triggered one at the villager breeder, had to wait for a Ravager. I died like another 5 times, Cloud died I think another like 7 or 8 times, and it was just pandemonium trying to get him over here and get like dealt up into the pen. But we have actually got him now in the pen, and it is all sort of hunky-dory. I've done some block swapping in the walls so it doesn't look so sort of flat. I'm also going to probably put some foliage on the inside, but higher up, so that way they can't actually get to it. Yeah, they've spotted me looking at them. I thought that they would only come over to me when you make sort of eye contact, but apparently it's like any sort of form of line of sight that they get, then they'll sort of come over. That is 1, 2. We're missing. Oh, there. That's probably Delta. More than likely. We've got Blue, Delta, and Echo underneath us, which means that's Charlie over there. Yeah, so I've done the block swapping in the walls. I'm going to add some foliage along the walls and maybe some vines. And I also do need to do the same for the outside. I've done the block swapping. If you're wondering how I've done this, I literally done it from inside the walls itself. It was very easy just to run around. This is how comes I left a sort of, well, it's not how comes I left a 2-block gap. It's just the way that I designed it. And it allowed me to sort of come in here and do the block swapping. Not too sure how I'm going to manage to do the foliage on the inside along the walls. I may do some leaves or something around the top. I am surprised that they've not crushed the tree yet though, which is a little bit baffling. They have taken out some of the azalea bushes, but they've not destroyed the wood or the leaves on that tree. So I'm contemplating attempting trying to get another tree grown, but trying to get in and out of there is an absolute nightmare. Like, I almost died 3 or 4 times just getting scaffolding and stuff out of there. That and boats as well as minecarts from where we were transporting them back inside. But yeah, we've got our first like mob captured for the zoo project, and it's one of the more difficult ones, and I'm happy to have got that done. As for the outside, I'm going to wait until I've sorted out the pathways. So if we take a look at our bigger map, because I need to get a pathway coming from the main zoo building across the water somehow, and then sort of coming around, because this is all up on a big hill. So we'll probably come across the water and then wrap around this way, and then wrap it round this way to our staircase. And once I've done that, then I'll start re-adding the trees and pathways and joining the connections on, because we are obviously going to want some trodden ground sort of textured around this area here, because obviously this is where the creatures are meant to be brought in and held before they're put into captivity there. Yeah, so a lot of sort of tinkering with pathway designs is going to be in my future, because I've not landed on one that I'm overly happy with. I do know that Cloud is currently in the process of building his first zoo enclosure that he's designed, which I'm quite looking forward to sort of seeing the finished product on, and no doubt we'll probably join him on his adventure to try and get the creature or mob that he chooses to house within it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see what he picks and what he chooses to do with his one. And we are pretty much just sort of taking it, like, not in turns, but we're just designing them as and when the sort of inspiration hits us. Like, I've already got in mind what I want to do next, and I'm sure that he'll happily come along and help me out, do whatever I need to do, just as though I'm happy to go and help him. And we can also count on Cy to sort of jump in and help us out as well. So a big thank you to both Cloud and Cy for helping me get these guys in their pen. And that is this project done. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed today's episode. Hopefully I managed to cut down the recording. It was like 2 hours worth of raid footage and that I need to sort of cut down into good viewing. Like, I would quite happily watch all 2 hours of it again, because I actually had a really good time and it was a good laugh trying to capture them, regardless of the deaths. I think the total deaths added for me during this venture was like 6 or 7, and I only had 4 deaths at the beginning. So yeah, I'm up to I think 11 deaths now. See that? Quick maths. 7 plus 4. Yep. Clever. Okay, that's going to be enough for me today. Hopefully I'll catch you all in the next episode. See ya.